Okay, good morning, you guys. My name is Abigail Klutz, and I am from Kansas, and it's good to be here this morning. It's good that it's Tuesday. It's good to be alive. It's good to be grateful. Let's go ahead and let's start this with gratitude. So head over to the chat box because we love the chat box, and just tell me one thing you are grateful for today. I am grateful that yesterday is gone. I am grateful that today is here. I think there's a scripture about that. Grateful for the sun coming up in the morning. That's right. Okay, easy pregnancy. Yeah, back in the gym, looking for new apartments. It's a good time. It's a good time to do that. Being alive, that's good to be grateful for. All right. I'm grateful to get my friends' kids back for a new day. Amen. For warmer weather. Oh, please, please. I love that. Figuring out my son's belly problems. I bet that is a huge thing to be grateful for. So hard when our children are hurt and we don't know what to do. A new furnace, I'm sure, especially if you're in cold weather. Awesome. I love these. These are the little things. They make me happy to read. They make me happy to speak it out loud. They make me happy to write it. So hopefully you took a minute this morning and started your day with some gratitude. And then today's call, guys, I just want a little bit of housekeeping go over. I've had a lot of people asking for replays. How many of you have been like, where's the replay? Where's the replay? Okay, you got to stay engaged with your pulse. Okay, stay engaged with your pulse. If you are brand new and you have not downloaded your Pruvit Pulse, it's like it's your communication line. But real quick, just in case maybe your pulse is delayed or it's not coming through and you're driving home from work and you're like, this is my only time to listen to a replay, right? Before you get home to madness. I want to make sure you know where that resource is to be able to find it. So real quick, I'm going to do a screen share with you. And right here on YouTube, which I have I have this app on my phone, so I would encourage that. You can just go into the search bar, keto movement, and make sure that everything's getting covered up for me right now. But there's a subscribe button over to the right. And if you'll hit subscribe on that, then when that gets uploaded, you should receive an email that a new video has gotten uploaded. And so you can see like below, like there's Kendra McMurphy on attraction, or she was a host that week. There's connect, there's enrollment, the fundamental basics of what we are teaching each week. You can just like listen to each one from each different person. And if you have free time, it's a great thing to do that. Shut off my video. Okay, did everybody see that? Did you see the YouTube place? You can subscribe there, and that's how you're going to get those replays. Awesome. Okay, moving on, guys. We're talking about attraction today. And so one of the first places that I like to look when I get up in the morning is the Pruvit Facebook page and the Pruvit Instagram. Why? Because what they post is oftentimes very attractive, better than my attraction marketing that I ploy together. And today, if you woke up and you checked that, you saw we got a brand new Inspire On campaign video out by Jody Shebe. I have trouble saying that, but watched that. Why? Because stories are everything. And when someone else is giving their story other than myself, that's even more powerful for me to connect someone else with. If you watch it, and if you haven't yet, I'd encourage you to go watch it. But I'm going to give you a highlight real quick, and I want you to think about, who do I know? Because when I watch these Inspire On campaign videos, I'm thinking, who do I know? Who do I know? It's a mother. She felt like she couldn't have it all. She had struggled with infertility. She had ended up having 3 beautiful babies. She was so happy. but she didn't want to work. She wanted to stay home, but she saw people passing her up financially. They started feeling the heartaches of having the family, a single income going on. And as the kids get older, things get more expensive. But she wanted to be home. And, you know, she was passionate. She thought she was going to be a career woman. So it was a little unfulfilled. And guys, I know so many women who are home with their kids and they want that little extra income and they want something else to focus on at times that is their own. So if you'll go to that resource and watch that video, I bet you could connect like 5 to 10 women with that today that just pop into your mind. Just give them that value and say, check this out. I thought of you. I think this story is incredible. Okay, so then the last thing I want to do before we get started with our training is take a minute and go to the chat box. And I just want you to think of somebody who's crushing it, or somebody maybe who's come into the business, they're brand new, they're on this call today. And you want to acknowledge them, because sometimes the hardest thing to do is show up or to create a new habit of getting on these morning trainings. So you guys read them, because I'm not going to be able to hit all of them. Wow, Riley, Kelsey, I see you, Becky, Natalie, Sam, Amanda, Landon, Alexis, Nicole Mendez, Megan, Christy, I see you up, Crystal Martin, Paula, Tiara, Tina, Kim, Ashley Gibson, crushing it with personal development and consistency, Amy Eckert, Connie, Heather Hooker, Charlotte, always showing up, Anna Justice, Ashley Gibson, Jen Worth, Katie Rollins, Amanda Roger, Monica Cummings for pouring into us, Raynell showing up, that's right, Brittany Askin, Jody Redfern, Jen Worth, Amanda Benson. Awesome, guys. Yeah, it's so important to recognize people showing up. Carson Collins, great. Okay, well, I'm super excited about today's training, because I know when I first started this business, it was 4 years ago, and I was picking up the phone and calling people. And that is how I shared my story. That is how I shared the ketone conversation, is by calling people. And I remember being on the phone all day, every day. And so it's really only been in the last 2 years that I started learning how to do social media marketing. So really the first 2 years of Pruvit, it was all belly to belly. It's all I knew how to do. And I've never stepped away from that, because I think it's highly effective. But I also know that part of the reason I work this business is so I can stay at home and I can be with my daughter, and I don't have to be running around everywhere. And so this is just another tool and resource to learn how to use social media in attraction marketing. So it's definitely been a muscle. It's been uncomfortable. It's been something that I've had to learn to use consistency with, and very much it's been something that I have had to humble myself on and say, these are some people that I want to follow because they are crushing social media attraction. And so being able to kind of not play the comparison game, but to look at what they're doing and try to make it my own has really, really helped my business and helped me grow in this area. And I would say one of the best people in Pruvit to follow and learn from with that is Kendra McMurphy. And so she is going to bring us some great training on that today. Kendra, where are you, doll?
Here I am. Hello.
Okay, awesome. All right, I'll let you take it over and I'll mute out here.
You are amazing. So I appreciate that. I'm so literally like these calls every single day. I think Katie said it yesterday. Like they're just, or no, Abigail said it yesterday. Like they're just giving me life, like a place that like no matter what's going on in life, like I'm just like, we're here. And it's so great to be together. So super quick, really big smiles if y'all are alive today and breathing. Amazing. If you guys could see my little setup right now, you would laugh at how incredibly professional I am. I have my son's tiny little Tykes table and his chair, because I've moved this board 100 times in my life, and I'm sitting on a kitchen stool. So just in case you think you need to be fancy to do well, you don't. So with that being said, I want to ask you guys a question. First and foremost, How many of you work your Pruvit business using social media? Raise your hand. Kind of scrolling through. Cool. All right. Awesome. That's a lot of hands. All right. Or maybe drop a yes in the comments because I can't get all the way through. So say yes in the comments if you use social media to grow your Pruvit business. Cool. Awesome. So with my outcome for today's call is, like Abigail was saying, like, guys, there are so many ways to build our Pruvit business. And I think something that I'm just like loving about the 10X rule is like Grant Cardone saying, like, you just got to go, like you got to get started. There's so many different ways that I think sometimes we can be like, am I going to build on Pruvit? Am I going to build on social? Am I going to build belly to belly? Am I do this? And we kind of get stuck in this like action paralysis. So my outcome today is based on the woman that I was, that I started this industry with, who I was someone, I didn't have any skills for social media, none, no business skills. I was a teacher. Listen, I want you guys to hear this. The only pictures that were on my social media were very questionable photos. I think some of which are actually still there. For referencing guys like that, you don't have to be an expert at social media. They are, Katie said, perfect, awesome. So literally I started with, I think, a couple of hundred friends, you know, from college and high school and those kind of things, and no absolute background. Here's what I knew, and maybe you can relate to this, raise your hand if you can. I didn't have a lot of time. I was a single mom. I was in grad school. I had a lot going on. I know a lot of us work our Pruvit businesses part-time. So the thing is, like Abigail was talking about yesterday too, we have a lot going on. Life is constantly demanding things of us. What I knew was two things. And if you relate to these two things, and you're really going to want to pay attention today, and maybe you've heard this training before, but maybe you haven't. And every time I teach it, I learn something new from it. I've taught it in different countries now. I've taught it in different Zooms. I've taught it at LCD. But every time I teach it, I'm like, oh, I can do this. So 10,000 hours to mastery. So if you relate to these two things, if you want to build a massive business and you don't have a lot of time, if you want to build a massive business and you don't have a lot of time, you want to leverage that time. And I think what's super cool about this, is that social media is a way to really get to, so just drop a 1 in the comments if that's you. If you want to build a massive business, but you don't have a ton of time. That's all of us, right? We all have stuff going on. Awesome. So do I have y'all's permission to coach? 2 paws like in the air like this. If I have your permission to coach today and kind of lead you through this tool and give you this tool. And again, it's going to be another tool in your tool belt. And I'm going to give you an action step at the end. Something that you can do to just get right in on this and just get started. And literally every subsequent day after, you can just continue it and continue to build. So to take you forward, I want to take you back first. So 4 years ago, I was a single mom living in a little tiny apartment with my son. And I discovered that I was going to be a network marketer. I definitely fell in love with this industry. I wanted to do this. I knew that it could provide the freedom that I just dreamt of, right? That freedom to be with my son, that freedom to not live paycheck to paycheck, all of the things that I dreamt of. I knew that this industry that we could do this. I could do this, right? So the problem or the challenge that I had at that time was that it was very hard for me to even leave the house, right? I had my son, he was going to daycare all day long. I was going to school. I was also teaching. So I was like, I need a tool. I need something. I need something to leverage my time and to reach more people, okay? So I was given a tool that over the past 4 years, I've literally changed and modified and fell flat on my face using and got back up again and embarrassed myself. The one thing that I need you to agree with, all right, we all have to agree to this together. Shake your head yes if you're willing to make a mistake, because that's what you have to be willing to do here. You have to be willing to look a little silly, to maybe look a little foolish, to put yourself out there. I mean, this is real stuff. Like, I'm going to tell you guys, this will make so much sense to you over the next coming weeks and coming months when you're like, oh, that post that I made, like, I just feel so weird about it, because it's all about getting vulnerable. There's 2 different ways to build this business. You can just bring people into your business and just, massively just talk to people and try and get sales and try and be transactional, or you can be relational. And this tool that I'm going to give you is going to allow you to be relational with people. Because raise your hand if you would like to have a team of people that you didn't relate to at all, that you were just like, man, I don't get this person. I don't know how to help them. I don't even really like them. Or raise your other hand if you would like a team of people who are just like you, who like the things you like, who relate to you, who make jokes like you do. Katie Rollins and I, like, the things that we talk about, y'all, we can't even talk about with other people around usually because we're just weirdos, like, truly. And if she didn't show up every single day on her social media as the person who she is, I may never have been attracted to her, right? I may never have had that. So the tool that I'm gonna give you is so awesome. Now, here's another commitment. I'm getting lots of commitments today. And I think what's cool about that is once you're in, you're saying yes, you're saying yes, you're saying yes, you're going to be all ready for this action step and just to take it and to roll with it today and not hesitate. And so when I was listening to the 10X rule, it was a couple days ago, the chapter that I was listening to that I love from Grant, and he was talking about when he first left his safe job, right, to do his own business. He grossly underestimated, which is something I think that, I mean, I know I personally definitely did, grossly underestimated. Oh, I'm running, I gotta get to it, 12:31. This time goes quick, y'all, real quick. Grossly underestimated the amount of time that it would take for him to even replace his income. In a year's time, you guys, he almost quit. It took him 3 years to replace his income. Do you guys realize that? 3 years. So I want to show you something super fast, and I'm going to dive into this so that I have time to share the tool, but I want to show you guys this. See if I can get this open. Can you all see this screen? You see it? Okay. I want you to look at this post. In 2014, there's the post here. I want you guys to pay attention to the engagement and the likes on these posts, okay? First one, I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. This is in 2014. 17 likes, 0 comments. 2015, 19 likes, 3 comments. 2016, 46 likes, 5 comments. 2017, 289 likes and 11 comments. 2018, 386 likes and 32 comments. Okay? I didn't get to 2019, but I will. But do you guys see that? Shake your head yes if you see. That was how many years? Let's see. 14, 15, 16, 17. It's 5 years, y'all. 5 years that it took, right? And listen, I'm going to tell you, that's not a solid line. That just so happened to be a day I pulled the trajectory went like this. The trajectory is going to go like this. I promise you. So commit to this, commit to the only differentiator between saying like, I can do this, I can build on social media. The only differentiator is time. I talk about that literally all the time because it's so impactful to me, because through my journey, I've seen so many people quit. I've seen so many people give up, and it literally breaks my heart because I'm like, just keep going. That's all you have to do to be successful in this business, is just to keep going. You have the tools, you have the resources. I'm about to give you another one that you can just like in your tool belt, take it with you, apply it. Commit to applying it every single day. Yes, marry the process, divorce the outcome. Be willing to look a little silly. And raise your hand if you ever have this question, or drop a yes in the comments, actually, since I can't see everybody's pause at once. Drop a yes in the comments if you ever think this yourself, I don't know what to post. Like, I don't know what to post. I have no idea. I'm just sitting around. Cool. So not only am I going to give you literally a tool very similar to the one that I was given, that I followed for 5 years. Like, social media has changed. It's always changing. But the one thing that remains the same about it is that you just show up to it. You just keep doing it no matter what, right? So I'm going to give you that tool because this time is literally moving lightning speed fast. Let me get off my tiny chair here. I want you to grab a piece of paper if you don't have it already. And I'm going to have you make 3 circles on this piece of paper. As we go, as you're drawing these circles, I'm going to explain them to you. And then Abigail is going to drop something like some text in the comments. So when you draw your circle, watch for the comments, because I'm going to explain it to you, and then you're going to be able to copy and paste it from the circle for your notes. All right, can you all see this okay? Good or no? Let me move it a little closer. I love when I ask questions and people are on mute. Okay, can you guys see that? Pretty good, kind of good, semi-decent? Okay, it'll make sense anyway. All right, in the first circle, I want you to write the word me. Second one, I want you to write prove it. I would do the P if I was like a better artist, but I'm just not. I want you to write the word prove it. I know you kind of can't see this, but it's going to give you a visual anyway, and it'll help it stick in your brain. And then the last one, I want you to write the word dreams. Okay? Everybody got that? Thumbs up if you got it. Cool. All right. So look, I'm going to give you this first. This is going to be a memory. This is going to be like a jogger. So that when you're looking, I'm going to give you an actual formula for posting on your social media. It doesn't matter what platform you choose. Whatever platform that you choose to be on, go on that one and master it. Go on that one and master it. Literally, I'm just going to be so straight up with you. Stop trying to grow your Pinterest, your YouTube, your Facebook business page, your Instagram. Like, stop. You're literally, if you're spreading yourself so thin on all those platforms, you will never master one. So pick one that you're just like, dude, I got this. I feel really comfortable here, or that you at least feel the most comfortable with, and go with that one. Okay. And build that one first. Exactly, Nate, 100%, or Anna, whoever. Okay. So in the me one, I was an English teacher, if you guys can't tell. It's going to be like a bubble. Abigail, will you drop the me in the comments there? I'm like speed teaching here. In this circle, this is what Abigail's about to drop right here, is going to give you ideas for things to generate about yourself. This is going to be literally things all about you, all about your family, all about your story, lessons that you've learned in your life. This whole entire thing here is going to be stories. Whoops. Abigail, I sent it to you. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. You're like, it's coming, I swear. Okay. Oh, are you typing? Can you copy and paste it or no? Yeah, I was gonna say, it should be easier to copy and paste. I can do it too if you can't. Cool. All right, awesome. So she's gonna copy and paste that. Hold tight. Second one, prove it, right? Everything, like literally, you're gonna get some things in the comments here before we close, I promise. Everything about prove it is like, why are you doing this business? Like what do you love about this business? What do you love about this community? What do you love about ketones? What have they done for you? All of those things that sometimes we have a tendency to want to just all over our social media with ketones, reboot, Excel, sales, right? Raise your hand if you've ever been guilty of that. You can turn alarm it. It's totally fine. It's fine. Like, we're all friends here. But literally, like, we have this tendency to want to do that so much. There's a place for it and there's a way to do it, but it's not all the time and it's not every day, right? Third circle is your dreams. Oh, look. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Okay. We got them all together. Perfect. So look, if you copy and paste this, from the me right here, you're going to see these are all things that you can literally draw off of here and just take and make yours, right? Stories from your life, hobbies that you love, your pets. This is all about the me one. What do you do for your career? Everything about you. Shake your head yes if this is making sense. Okay. Dreams, right? That's the last one here. What do you dream of giving? What are your short-term goals with Prove It? What are your long-term goals with Prove It? What do you want? Look, guys, these 3 circles in the formula that I'm about to give you here, literally copy and paste that. This is your formula for finding and attracting your dream team, your dream promoters, your dream customers, the people who you wake up and they're in your inbox and you're like, yes, I love these people. I got off the phone with Sylvia the other day and I was just like, I love her, like as a family member, as a friend. Like these are the people who you're going to attract that you haven't even met yet. And look, they don't know who you are. Who do you know? How does someone know if they're looking for you if they don't know anything about you, right? So this is literally like things that make up you, things that make up what you love, all of the attraction using your social media. Now, here's the, oh, Kelsey, I love you too. So here is the formula. And this is really cool. Like, listen, guys, this is not something to be like, okay, 2, 1, 2, okay, it's Thursday, 1. Like, this is not something to get in your head about. It's something to go from your heart with. If you miss a day, this is a daily formula, okay? But if you miss a day or something happens or you just can't think of anything that day, it's okay, completely okay to miss a day. I will tell you, quality over quantity on social media. Write that down. Quality over quantity is so important. It is important to show up, to stay consistent. But if you're just throwing something up to put it up there, like, put some heart behind it, put some thought behind it. It's essentially your free billboard. It's your free advertising. It's literally, and its stories are, I think it was Kelsey that said in her training last week, I can't remember the exact was, but like storytellers, maybe it was Alexis, I really don't remember, but storytellers will literally be the people who are the most successful over the next 10 years, are the people who tell the best stories. So look, here's the formula. So first 2 posts, and I'm going to give you an action step here in just a second. That's going to, yes, your storefront's the most of design. I love these comments today. Like, this is giving me life. This is my favorite thing because this tool changed my whole entire life in every way imaginable, right? So 2, 1, 2, right? And then a live. Raise your hand if going live makes you want to throw up a little bit. It still makes me want to throw up every time. You just do it. All right, so 2. So day 1 and day 2, you're posting something about yourself, about your family, all from that, like, that number 1 column, that first circle. It's all about you. And look, the photos that you post with that, if you're going to Epic, you're going to get an amazing training at the Playbook event that's going to just break this down even more. That's going to break down photos and social media strategy and so much cool stuff. But this is like a very kind of quick roll through to give you a tool to just get into action today using a track. So 2 from here. Then the next day, guys, on the 3rd day, then you can post something about, you know, I just got the best sleep of my life. Make it fun though. Literally take a picture of you like laying on your couch sleeping, something that someone's gonna stop their scroll and be like, wait, she just got the best sleep of her life. Like, I need some sleep. Right? That's about Pruvit. That's about ketones, but it's still relatable. Is this making sense? Shake your head yes again if it's making sense. I'm trying to go kind of fast to be, just to be mindful of time. So I want to make sure that it's relating. Okay, and then the 4th day, so you have your 1, 2, 3, your 4th and 5th day are going to be all about like things that you're dreaming of, like things that you love. Guys, this can be so, like, I wanted to give my son a bedroom. I wanted to give him his own bedroom. Like, telling that story, like, literally that relates to the people that I was looking for, the people that I'm still looking for, the moms out there who want to win so bad. Like, they just have this burning in their belly to give their kids everything that they want. Like, I share stories about that so that I can find them and they can find me, right? So we have 2, 1, 2 from here, and then the live, right? We literally go live, and that can be anything that's on your heart. Anything that's on your heart, anything that that you bring a value or that you want to talk about. The very first thing that I would absolutely recommend going live about, and write this in your notes, is your Pruvit story. If you have not gone live and told your Pruvit story yet, like, please do that. Drop a 1 in the comments if you, no, you wouldn't do it live every day. This is once a day. So first day, let me just go through this super fast so this makes sense. So let's say it's Monday. Monday, you're going to do a post about yourself. Tuesday, you're going to do a post about yourself. Wednesday, you're going to do a post about Pruvit, something that you love about ketones, the community, whatever. Thursday, Friday, you're going to do dreams. And then Saturday, you would do a live. Does that make sense? So it's a formula, 2, 1, 2, live, that takes you through a posting schedule. Okay? Does that make sense? So the action step that I have for you all today, literally, so Abigail and I were talking about this a little bit before the call. Abby, I'm going. I'm wrapping. I'm going quick. I'm looking at the time like, okay. The action step that I have for you today is literally, so one of 2 things. Get started here. Get started here. Go and take a super bright, like, stand in front of a window if you don't have fancy lighting at home. That's all good. Go in front of some light. Take a super bright and beautiful picture of yourself. Show up as uniquely and unapologetically you, and just share something about yourself today. And that's part 1 of the action step, right? That's part A. Now I want you to, part B is to find the new promoter on your team, that person who got started in January, and take this to them and say, hey, let's draft your first post together. Because look, if someone's never been active on social before, if someone hasn't been posting regularly, and they come out of the gates hard, so this is something Abby and I talked about beforehand, like, hey, what do I do for my first post, or how do I help someone with their first post? If someone comes out of the gates, guys, with a shaker cup, talking all about exogenous ketones, people who haven't been watching or following them for a long time are going to be like, she got one of them pyramid deals. She got sucked right in. If you teach someone how to fish, like, they can keep going, right? They can go years and years and years and years and apply this and perfect this and be consistent with this, but teach them to post about themselves. And so you do the same thing. So first part of the action step today, do a post from the me column with a bright, beautiful, shining picture of yourself. And the second one is to find that newest new promoter on your team and help them to do the same thing. So Abby, I'm going to kick it back over. I'm like 12:45, 5 minutes over. Are you on? You're muted. There you go.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, great training today, Kendra. Loved it. Just going to highlight some things I wrote down. Keep going, marry the process, divorce the outcome, quality over quantity, show up. And I loved free billboard. That was awesome. I like that, especially after we posted that on our IG storylines with the keto up drink. So you guys get ready for another amazing training tomorrow. We are going to learn about connection with Sylvia. And if you check your pulse, we have a free tip today with an action step on connection. So I think that, tonight is going to be our Ketone 101. And you'll get to hear somebody's story. And so you can work on getting people to show up to that and watch that. That's at 7:15 Central Time. So thank you for your engagement and your attention today. And we will see you back here tomorrow.